Oh, maybe they thought I was referring to cooking utensils. Hey guys, Sniffs fan, well that was inconvenient, but hey, got a new drive and we're up and running again, so hey, no problem. Alright, last time I left off there was some sort of freezy ice here, and this time, well, I'm gonna look at the jewelry box, because like any self-respecting gamer, I spend all day looking at a jewelry box. I don't know. There's some music, so it's a dual-purpose box, I guess. I don't know. I don't care about boxing. And there's this book here. If you really want to read that book, you can read that book. But first of all, I'm going to read this other book. It's great. Okay, so here's some talk about the colors of these little snaggledy rocks here, and what color they change when they put on different surfaces, and also something about potatoes being easy. I think that's a rather insulting thing to say, but, you know, combining base surfaces, I don't know you could do this. You might think you want to take a picture of this, Fen, that's what you want to do. Well, actually I don't, because the pictures are messed up again. And they said there was a bug in early versions where this would happen, but, you know, it keeps happening, even in the newer ones. So, I don't know, I'm going to have to delete all this important stuff, and it's just going to, even that, and I'm never going to get it back, but my God, sometimes you just got to stomp your foot down like an elephant. Oh, man. Okay, so now I'm going to take a picture of this, alright? Pretty sure I'm going to need it for later. And just to make sure that my dirty deed was done expensively. Good. So, yeah, the book. It's a thing. I mean, I don't know. You kind of read about poetry and stuff here. I don't know. The villain. I can't find the words. It's such a foreign life cycle, or perhaps not. They launch themselves across the expanses of space, preserved for eons, until at last their technological arcs can hone in and carry them to a new home. They have no connection with their predecessors, but in spite of this, or perhaps because of this, they have amazing recollections of their history. Their stories are epic, reaching back through the eons. Unlike many of us who were abducted, they were abducted as a whole. Their scoop moved an entire facility that was about to be annihilated. I've come to believe that they, perhaps more than any of us, have a deeper understanding of whatever this strange system is that we find ourselves in. I need to write this down. We buried Ji-eun today. The place never really agreed with her. Kept to herself mostly, depressed and downcast. Anyway, I digress. I stayed after the brief words were spoken. I was the last to leave. I wandered to the dome, as I often do, and looked out at the undulating saurian weirdness beyond the cell wall. Movement caught my eye. Now, on very rare occasions, we've seen Mofang scrambling about in the distance. But there have been fewer and fewer sightings over the years. But before me was a tall, haggard Mofang running desperately, almost directly towards me from one of the distant structures. It, I still can't tell the gender, got closer and closer. I thought it would see me and stop, or turn around, or be curious about this strange dome and our world inside it. But it continued running quickly, almost directly to my position. I was frozen in place with curiosity until my reflexes took over at the last moment, and I leapt out of the way. But rather than hit the dome and fall backward, or come through into Hunrath, the dome flashed its familiar tone and the Mofang vanished. I was stunned for a bit, but I retrieved my wits and stepped into the dome myself to quickly get to the other side. After getting through, I immediately turned around and saw the Mofang outside, on the other side of the dome, still running away from whatever it feared, but as if it had no sense of passing around the dome. As surprising as the event was, it did serve to settle a few things in my mind. I always wondered how no one on Earth noticed what had replaced this chunk of Arizona we have here. I've got to vent. Again, there are those who argue with me. Over and over, I demonstrate that in almost every case, whatever the process was that brought us here, it occurred at a pivotal moment. They tell their stories, and they still can't admit that the abduction actually saved each of us. All of us. What is it in human nature that grasps so strongly to the past, that we blame our saviors for stealing it from us? Okay, just one more vent before bed. If each of us was individually saved from something, then maybe all of us were corporately saved from something larger. Can we really be sure what's left? And this, the arrivals come from various places and times. Sarah got here almost 15 years ago from the year 2055, and Uzziel got here 2.5 years ago from 1942. What does that mean? Time here is shuffled and chaotic compared to Earth. What state is Earth in right now? When is Earth right now? It's 3:15 a.m., and I feel compelled to journal this craziness. After spending most of yesterday meditating with the Ally, and then most of this evening discussing the nature of these worlds with CW, I just had a sip of infamous Hunrath hooch and collapsed in my chair. Well, I just awoke from a dream. I'm not one who puts a lot of credibility in dreams, but maybe the Ally were able to move something in me to understand. Or possibly, because of the intense discussion, my subconscious mind was triggered to be able to sort out some logical connections. Or maybe it was the hooch. The dream. I was tending a garden, an immense garden, and it wasn't for food or flowers. It was just about the health of the garden. I kept working and working to control it and contain it and make it healthier, but the garden seemed to fight me at every turn. And after what seemed like days of work, I finally gave up in frustration, and as I stood there doing nothing, the garden flourished before my eyes, growing and spreading in every direction. Because I realized the system that the plants were based on was not about me shaping and controlling. The natural system of plants is healthier when they're out of control, when they're free to spread and intermingle and cross-pollinate and mutate. Now, from a human point of view, that may not provide what I want. I get smaller fruit and smaller flowers and untidiness. But from the point of view of the plants, they grow stronger and much more resilient and resistant. The more they're scattered, the higher their odds of surviving. And now that I contemplate, I realize that even the individual plants and seeds may not appreciate the benefit of what's happening. They're torn far from their origins, forced into situations that seem extreme, possibly even destroyed by these new environments. But for the seeds that survive, the seeds that survive, now that's where real growth, strength, and abundance comes from. It's so beautiful and terrifying. Beyond the beauty of it all is a system and structure that defies understanding. Okay, what if this is all a natural process? There are signs of something behind it all, but well-hidden signs. So, well, if I look at all of this, the cell, the tree, the water, the seeds, the hub, the health, even the abductions, well, there seems to be a grand system or plan. The plan doesn't take me into account. It is unemotionally intent on the health of something much bigger. That may hurt my feelings, but, well, what am I in the entire scheme of the universe? I have no idea what, if anything, might have put this process into motion, but that is irrelevant. Tomorrow I will talk with CW. He could be swayed from his battery plan. I really don't journal much. I came to write this down because I'm distraught. As I contemplate the plan that I've set in motion, I realize that I've become the destroyer of worlds. I sat down to write, to seek some cathartic tranquilization, and I realized the last thing I journaled was some esoterically beautiful philosophy about letting this garden grow. Not so reaffirming or calming, but nevertheless, here is my reasoning, because I must write this down. Simply, it's us or them. Complexly, if this is some kind of garden and we're the plants or seeds or whatever, well, some of us have gotten together and decided that we're the better choice to survive, if the others have unilaterally decided that we all won't survive. I am more fit, damn it! This is not me! I want to be calm and garden, or ungarden, or grow, or... What gives one species the right to destroy another species? Who gets to choose? Do I just lay down and die because the more aggressive species thinks they're better, more powerful? What brutal scale do I use to measure the good of some against the life of others? Does love ever destroy in order to help more survive? To help love itself to survive? Does that even make sense? Can I kill because I think it will bring about more love? What if I'm not even capable of understanding the situation of hate versus love? Maybe I am the hater. Do I generate this love delusion to help me maintain my sanity in light of the choice I've made? My God, it's too much. If these are just my walls of delusion, then I choose to live within them. I am a seed, scattered by the wind, but I will not simply be trampled. I will kick and scream and survive. May God have mercy on my soul. Well, that's the story for today, children. I hope you have a good sleep. Okay, but seriously, yeah, so there's these little snaggly rocks everywhere, and I get to find out what it means when they're on surface. Sounds pretty amazing. And, by the way, once you get up here, you, end up going through this door, which, you know, a nice little community center with an outrageous squeak that scares the piss out of your pants. Hopefully it's not in there in the first place, but you know, hey. Cause the wall here was a swap sphere thing. Spoiler, this isn't blind. I recorded another episode on my temporary Windows 10 installation, while I was waiting for my new SSD, and, it... well, less said the better. Let's just go back, and I won't be confused this episode. Sound good? Sounds good. All righty. So, I'm actually thinking, like, what if I swap out and come back here? I can't remember if anything good happens. But anyways, never mind that, because first of all, I need to go see Peter Trudeau and tell him what a fantastic job he's doing smoking a joint. No one has ever smoked a single joint in their entire lives with such vigor and verve. But that's as maybe. Let's become the hoppity frog of challenges and go defeat Maestro. It's a stupid name, but that's what drove her to conquer and defeat and never concede, you see. Also, this isn't where I'm going. See, the place I'm going is obviously easy to miss or something because it's... Where is it? Where is it? Seriously. It's incredible. I missed it like 50 times, and then suddenly I had a string of not missing it, and then I missed it again. I'm so emotional. Oh my god, I think it's over here. Yeah, for some reason, it's just like right here, and we get to go into the flower age right from here. It's got the little microphone-looking thing, so you know it's super flowery. Also, I never realized that this little energy goes onto the dome and transports it. So that's the scientific explanation. It all makes sense now. The more fun I have, the healthier I do. Okay, so here we are, looking at that door, what we couldn't get through, and then over here we're looking at nothing in particular, really. So, fine enough. So there's a single-digit control panel, and by the way, in order to break the stuff, you just click there. I thought you had to do something else, which is why I was having so much trouble. So we could do like a 1. Boop. And it gets rid of some part of it, but not the other part. Or we could do a 0. Or we could, well, I don't know, I'm gonna try like, can't remember what the numerals are, but... I don't know. But I mean, it's weird because all you really have to do here, and this will be relevant later, is to zero it out, and then all of that stuff will zero itself out. But the reason I say it might be relevant, well, you'll find that out later. But okay, now that I've done that, I can go all the way back. This game does get rather loading zone frequent after all. Oh ho ho ho, Merry freaking Christmas. Alrighty, so unfortunately for all involved, the other entry to the Garden Age is rather far away. I'm just going to teleport back using this method, which is probably going to be an extremely bad idea. But these things end up kind of one-waying you out, and it gets a little silly after a while, but hey, whatever. See you at the switch. Boots end up stomping over everybody, and we praise the stench to high heaven and eat a pineapple in celebration. Because this is the old days, and poisonous love napples had not yet come into common scientific FAA safety automobile Underwriters Association approval, okay? And here we are again, finally making some progress in the world of news. I hope I have not missed anything that I did before. Missing things is pretty bad. Your cylinders might explode. Alright. Here we are finally about to boldly go into a brave new world. Because this is Star Trek's 50th anniversary. We don't actually care about this, we're just saying it on our website to get hits, because this is what the internet's become. Wow. Anyways, alright, let's step through the door. What have we got?
Don't panic. This is the best way to keep everyone safe. Just stay on this path and cross the first bridge. Then keep going until you get to that sign-in area. You'll get more information after you sign in.
Okay. So
don't panic. This is the best way.
Okay, so yeah, it's a sign in.
Just stay on this path.
And this paint sign. Okay, cross the first bridge. Oh. Blomp, blomp, blomp. We can't. But there's these awesome little weird floating fabric of space-time things. Don't have any kind of movement at all. You'd almost think that they're computer generated inside of a video game. That's preposterous. But hey, I think a lot of preposterous things, such as elves, are real and are all named Anne, contrary to what some despicable heathens would have you believe. Wow. Well, there I go again. Wow. I best not say wow anymore, you know? It goes womp womp, not wow wow. Get it the frick right. I don't know. This reminds me of Myst 3, where you had to get that little pufferfish electro-zany eel to go places. But but it isn't. So, you know, you might be totally not remembering at all how this is gonna work, but well, let me show you how it's gonna work, okay? Okay. The astute among you might have guessed, but okay. Alrighty, so here we are back in Hunrath, and you may recall there was like some bridge. Oh well, yeah, it's a spoiler. There was a bridge over the rock, and I was like, what is this bridge over the rock? Well, that's what it's for. So, jeez, humans always with their oil drums and their terrible ways. Other creatures are much better, of course, as we will, I'm sure, see in just a moment. Come on, fan, falsetto. Use your falsetto better on the mic. just a moment. I know what I am. I'm Berlin. Oh. We're done here. Okay, great, we're done here. So yeah, you teleport back, and there's that horrible oil barrel, and I guess at some point... Oh, right, I'm here. Great, I thought I saw a fish hanging from a tree, or a great big mosquito bug or something, but... Well, I guess not. For some reason, I guess we're like non-quantum local here. Oh man, where am I even going? Because I'm walking pretty far from... Yeah, so there's our nice little bridge. And of course there's that red thing ruining a thing, but the thing that is not ruining a thing is these little hangy flowers. Flowers should get hung. Duh. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not quite that crazy. Only, am I? I don't know how anyone could be capable of answering that, but hey. Well, it looks like there's some technology polluting up our flower place here, although it's cold and metallic, so it can't be that bad. I guess cold metallic stuff is non-polluting. You might think, well, Fan, that's stupid. I mean, you tell how something's polluting by a bunch of scientific tests on molecules and shit. No. It's color temperature. If only we would have discovered that sooner, Earth would not have become a pear-shaped wasteland with the trucks blowing holes in it, whilst in their midst of fights with other races whose names are not as memorable. Okay, yeah. Oh my god. It's amazing. There's some sort of door or something. It's vines. Vines are not necessarily a door. Fan, go on here. But, well, ever since I became YouTube famous, I started going like this a lot. It's just kind of what you do when you've achieved everything in life, yeah. Yeah, so there's a bridge, and it's kind of made of similar material to the door. It's just an observation. I'm sure it means absolutely nothing, but, yeah. And you can go over here, too, if you want to. I don't know, but it's the Starship Enterprise, so again, it's a little bit warmer color temperature though, so it's a little bit nastier. I'm sure that its warp drive will be destroying the fabric of the universe and the poor ghetto neighborhoods every single day now. Alright? Good salute. So, okay, I came from here, I think. So many screenshot-worthy places. Or didn't I? No, I did, yeah. Wow. Excellent soundscapes as well. Okay, so I just went down there. Okay, so I need to be going up here. Not down here, but I'm doing it anyway. Whoa. Rebels. And of the non-linear kind. But there won't be a pretty ending this time. Yeah, there won't, because you see, up here is the nuclear reactor with a bunch of gravity-defying flowy stuff, and it's got some techie music. Looks like a Metroid Prime 3 base, but hey, whatever. It's time to suspiciously soon destroy this this beamy thing. So let's play some Super Tank. All right, how do I do this now? You gotta kind of like reverse your stick, and it kind of sticks around. And well, it's got that dumb control where like the up down is reversed, but the left right is the same, so it's confusing. Apparently, it doesn't confuse a lot of people because that's how controls often work on shooters on consoles. But hey.
Well, this be unexpected. Good. But happy. Good. Very good time to be come here now. I am not know who you are, but I could use help. Watch. I am trapped. Not can move. These beasts, called villains, they are much danger. Just look around. They live below water. And they are storing us for food. You will see as you go. Come. I cannot be here. Find a way to me. And I can figure this out.
Creepy. So apparently some mofang has got possession of the mayor's body, or I don't know what. There's some Villian symbols on there. Must be subtitles. Which is weird, because why would they subtitle for the beast keeping them for food? Something funny's definitely going on here. And I don't know what it is. I don't know so much that I've stuttered whilst saying so. So, now that stuff is really beginning to hit the blades of the Yate Loon, I can go through the other side and possibly figure it out or something. Or perhaps just come across some sort of inalienable right. That could also happen. We'll see. We'll see. These rocks, very warm, very polluting. Alrighty, so sometimes the wall is not so obvious. That looks like rock, but it's a wall. I know, it's amazing. We are coming up on the part where I'm going to end the video for today for reasons I shall explain duly momentarily and triply. Make sure to run your Tualetins and your VP6 boards. Oh. So I guess this is the transition zone where you kind of go from one place to another without really doing much. Fantastic, great. Okay, so possible weapons or something? I'm not sure. This is really looking FPS-y, but who am I to say? We'll get to that in a second.
Sorry. Are you waiting for some purpose? I'd prefer you hurry.
Well, Telepio Zeld. Yeah, because this is the outside of that other place, like they're with these birds, so some of them are intruding on each other's worlds. Although, I guess Earth is intruding on the Mofang world too. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to remember. But anyways, here comes a bridge that I guess I have to make. But isn't this just taking me back? Wait a minute. Yeah, this is just taking me back to that part. So actually, why am I even here? But yeah, I have to create this bridge. But as you see, I'm not quite sure how. Like, I can do this, and it makes another piece. But I don't know how to make the rest of the pieces. Like, okay, so that's like, I don't even know what that is. Is that 2 or 3? And yeah, I don't really know about this bridge. I'm a little confused. So I'm just going to leave it here for now and come back next time and have a heck of a task ahead of me. So see you guys then, and bye for now.